The second game in a series of three, it's the Carson-Newman Eagles and the Cedarville Yellow Jackets lining up for their second game in this series after Carson-Newman took the 8-6 win yesterday in Game 1 to remain a perfect 3-0 while Cedarville falls to 1-2. The Yellow Jackets challenged the Eagles, especially in that seventh inning, but then Maddox Green, the freshman who will lead things off for Carson-Newman today in the lineup, and he hit a 3 RBI single in the bottom of the seventh that gave Carson-Newman the lead and the eventual win. Cedarville will kick things off in the batter's box, and the starting pitcher on the mound, Christian Henderson, will get his first start of 2026. Ryan Crow joining you here on the Eagles Sports Network for all the action. Henderson, a sophomore in his sophomore season with the Eagles, and it'll be Chris Montes de Oca to lead things off. He was pretty exceptional yesterday as well, got on base a ton of times, and challenged the Eagles in the base running department. Cedarville projected fourth in the GMAC South Division. Last year finished 21-29 overall, just narrowly missed out on that conference tournament. Are 1-2 at the moment, and Montes de Oca, the lefty center fielder, will step up for the first at bat of this game against Christian Henderson. Our first look at the sophomore pitcher here in the year 2026. Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Sonny played at Lakeway Christian Academy yesterday due to some residual snow that was out in the outfield as Henderson kicks and fires for pitch number 1. That's a strike. Get things started off nice and positive for Henderson in his first start with the Eagles. Henderson, 4 pitches in his arsenal as he fires again. It's high and away this time for ball 1. So a 1-1 count on Montes de Oca. The sophomore out of Clarksville, Tennessee, standing at 6'1", as Montes de Oca hugs the inside line from the left side. Henderson fires again, and this one is on a rope out to left field, but Ryan Bolton is underneath it as he strides to his right-hand side and makes the catch for the first out of the game. Defensive alignment for Carson-Newman from left to right in the infield. Aiden Gibson, the third baseman, the staple in the infield. John O. Pierce, the Roan State transfer at shortstop. Cole Nathan, the All-Sac second baseman, occupies the second base position. Tanner Kilgore getting the start at first base today as Caden Wild steps into the box. Henderson fires a fastball on the outside corner that hits the mark. In the outfield for Carson-Newman, Ryan Bolton will start in left field. Maddox Green, the freshman, will stay in center after his great day yesterday as Henderson fires and Wild takes advantage of it. It's out all the way to center field, but Green uses his speed to get underneath it. And 2 away for Christian Henderson, looking to sit him down in order. So now Eli Henderson, the shortstop, will step up to the plate looking to get a base runner on in the first inning for Cedarville. Carson-Newman did a good job getting on top of this Yellow Jackets team early yesterday. 4 runs in the bottom of the first, and Cedarville trying to get off to a hot start here as well, already making contact on Henderson. Henderson fires inside and it misses. Lots of lefties in this Yellow Jackets lineup. Montes de Oca, one of them. Eli Henderson, Grayson Weichel as well as Max Depker. All left-handed hitters as Henderson misses the mark again. So 2 balls, no strikes on Eli Henderson. Rounding out that defensive alignment for Carson-Newman is Bradley Soto-Diaz in right field as Henderson finally throws a fastball down Broadway for strike 1. So a 2-1 count on Eli Henderson. Swing and a miss from Henderson on the fastball from Henderson. 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board, and the Eagles try to get out of the top of the first unscathed. Fourth pitch on the way. It misses on the outside into the other batter's box. So a full count here. And the first somewhat adversity that Christian Henderson has had to face here. He fires, and it's right up the middle. Pierce is moving to his right side. It skips off the heel of his glove. Nathan is there to scoop it up, but he can't get the throw over to Tanner Kilgore on time. So an E6, John O. Pierce's error there will allow Eli Henderson to sit safely on first base, and that'll bring up the third baseman, the freshman Graham Ward. Henderson listed initially as what might have been a Game 3 starter as he fires to the outside corner. Good strike there on Graham Ward to start things off. 0-1 count, Eli Henderson, the shortstop, on third base. Coaches have talked about Henderson's confidence as Henderson battles one back. It skips underneath Kevin Hammond, who's behind the plate after Carson Cochran yesterday suffered an injury in the middle of the game. We'll see when he will return, if he will return, later this season. Ward in his first season with the Yellow Jackets as Henderson takes the sign and fires a breaking ball into the left batter's box that misses. So 1-2 count on Graham Ward. Making his 7th start of his Carson-Newman career on the bump. Fires, it's right up the middle. He sticks his glove out to try and get it. Pierce will scoop it up, step on second base for the force out on Henderson. And that will be the inning. So 4 batters and 3 retired for Carson-Newman. They look to continue their hot start on the Cedarville Yellow Jackets when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, Brandon DeCrow checking in with you for the bottom of the first of Carson-Newman against the Cedarville Yellow Jackets. And the first time the Eagles will get a chance at the Yellow Jackets starter Owen Schimmel. Schimmel, the grad student, transferred over as he fires the first pitch to Maddox Green, the freshman, and it's a ball that misses outside. Schimmel making his first start with the Yellow Jackets, kicks and fires another fastball too far outside. So 2-0 count on Maddox Green. He did a really good job working counts yesterday. 3 walks for the freshman until he hit a single that drove in 3 runners that would eventually take the lead for Carson-Newman, allow them to win the ball game. Off-speed pitch down the middle, finally hits the mark, and it's a 1-2 count for Maddox Green. Schimmel lets one slip. It hits the back of Green right at the top of the letter on his, of the number on his jersey, right at the top of the 3, and he'll take his base. So an early free bag for Carson-Newman. They did that well yesterday. 5 free bases in the bottom of the 7th that would eventually allow 4 runs to come in to score. And that brings up the senior captain, the third baseman, Aiden Gibson. Gibson, just one of the mainstays in this lineup, one of the most starts on this Carson-Newman team. Schimmel eyes him down, and the first offering is high at the letters of Gibson for ball 1. Gibson was 0 for 4 yesterday. He did end up reaching one time on a fielder's choice, but was also hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 7th. Schimmel comes together and turns to look at Maddox Green with a throw, but nothing there. So a 1-0 count on Gibson as he steps in from the right side. About 6 inches off the inside line of the batter's box. Another pitch that hits Gibson in the top of the shoulder. Turns and takes it. And that's 2 batters in a row early for Owen Schimmel, the grad student, who's not looking incredibly comfortable up there on the mound. So Maddox Green over to second base. Aiden Gibson on first. And that brings up the most powerful hitter in this Carson-Newman lineup, Logan Floyd, who drilled the Eagles' first home run of 2026 yesterday, a 3-run shot that put the Eagles up 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Schimmel goes over to Green at second. Not feeling comfortable with the lead from the freshman. Floyd, the junior, an all-SAC selection last year and was part of the preseason all-SAC team as well. Pretty recognizable name in that right batter's box. Schimmel fires. It's high and outside for ball 1 on Floyd. So early, Schimmel struggling with command. The grad student transferred over from Lancaster Bible College. He has seen time in one other game, tossed 2 innings as the next pitch is swung on and cut to the catcher. We're going to call it foul, though, as Wild, with a good heads-up play, tried to tag Floyd. Kind of hit the top of the plate, so strike 1 as Floyd swings on that one. So 1-1 count on Floyd with runners at first and second. Floyd led this Eagles team in RBIs last season. Schimmel goes right down the middle, and Floyd ropes one all the way out to center field, but Montez de Oca over his right shoulder makes the catch. Runners take off. Green is on third base. Gibson will stay perched atop first. And Logan Floyd will be sat down after the catch from Montez de Oca. First out of the inning, and runners on the corner for Carson-Newman. That brings up Cole Nathan, the all-SAC second baseman. Nathan in his junior season, not too far from home, a native of Knoxville. Watches the first pitch from Schimmel, a strike on the outside corner. Nathan was 1 for 2 yesterday, disciplined in the box with 2 walks as well. He swings on this one. It's a hard ground ball that gets past the diving Henderson at shortstop. Maddox Green comes around to score. Gibson is in standing up to second. And an RBI single from Cole Nathan. That gives him his 3rd of the season. And the Eagles continuing to capitalize upon free bases from the Yellow Jackets. 20 walks in their series, I should say, against Charleston just a week ago. More than a few free bases yesterday, and they take advantage of one there after Maddox Green reached after he was hit by a pitch. Schimmel fires at the new batter, and Soto Diaz misses on the inside corner with the breaking ball. 1-0 count on Bradley Soto Diaz, the senior. Soto Diaz one of the more valuable additions to this lineup as he transferred over, and Schimmel misses again, this time way outside. Transferred over, spent 2 seasons with Cayuga Community College and then 1 season with William Penn, one of the Sacs preseason players to watch, so his name precedes him as the next pitch from Schimmel misses again. So 3 balls, no strikes on Soto Diaz. Aiden Gibson's on second base. Cole Nathan is on first base. Eagles lead by a score of 1-0. Schimmel trying to get out of this inning as Gibson dances over there on second, and the pitch from Schimmel is high at the letters of Soto Diaz. He'll take his base. So already 3 free bases by Owen Schimmel in his first inning of work. Aiden Gibson will go to third base. Cole Nathan to second, and bases juiced in the top of the first, as it looks like we're going to have a short break for Owen Schimmel. That'll be the end of his day. He'll walk off the mound. We'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network before we meet the new Yellow Jacket arm. We'll be right back.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Tanner Kilgore will step into the right batter's box to get things going after the pitching switch, and it's Walker Harris, the junior righty, who will take over for Owen Schimmel. 15 pitches, and the bases are juiced for Tanner Kilgore as he gets his first look at the Submariner, who comes inside with the first offering, and it's a ball. Harris stands at 6 foot on the mound. It's Aiden Gibson at third base, Cole Nathan at second, as the second pitch is a strike that's at the knees of Kilgore. So 1-1 count with 1 out on the board. Bradley Soto Diaz on first base. And Kilgore smashes one up the left field line, but it's well out of play. He barreled that one up. Just needs to sit on one a little bit more. 1-2 count for Kilgore. Not a great day for him yesterday. Did have a sac fly in the bottom of the first as he fouls another one back, this time towards Bergtar Stadium. So the fifth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Kilgore. 0 for 3 yesterday against Cedarville. Lots of different arms that the Yellow Jackets threw the Eagles' way. Next pitch comes in, and it's a soft little ground ball that chops towards Martin. He's going to tag out Cole Nathan at second base, and the second day in a row he's grounded into a double play. So that'll be the inning, and Walker Harris successful in getting the Yellow Jackets out of a jam. Top of the second coming up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. It's Weichel, Depker, and Stevens. Stay with us.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Christian Henderson back to work on the latter half of this Yellow Jackets lineup as Grayson Weichel takes the first pitch from Henderson, a fastball that's cooking to the inside on the lefty and gets him for strike one. Weichel breaks his bat. It flies towards Henderson, a soft little ground ball that Aiden Gibson swallows up. It's at Tanner Kilgore in his glove, and Weichel will be retired, but man, that could have been dicey for Christian Henderson. He had to do a full split in the air to get out of the way of that broken bat. As a pitcher, too, that just kind of rattles you. Not necessarily that anything hit him, but whole half of the bat is coming at you hotter than the ball. Luckily, Gibson, with the heads-up play, he wasn't distracted, made the throw, but man, that was a little dicey for Christian Henderson. Good job to keep himself out of that. So that brings up Max Depker, the first baseman. He digs in from the left side. 2 home runs yesterday as he watches the first pitch from Henderson. It dribbles in front of Kevin Hammond, but nothing there, so ball 1, just a little low. Henderson fires again, this time to the inside, and no call there, just missed. Depker, a big bat in this lineup, another inside pitch that misses, so 3-0 for Max Depker. Was good at being selective yesterday, too, knows what pitches to hit. Both of his home runs, one out to center field, one out to left field. Next pitch from Henderson. Skips past Hammond, and the first walk from Christian Henderson of 2026. Depker will take his base. And the second base runner for Cedarville. That brings up Devon Stevens, making his first start in this series. Did play in Game 1 against LMU just last weekend. Henderson goes to the breaking ball that hits the mark on the outside corner. Lots of young guns in this Cedarville lineup. Stevens, the freshman. Henderson goes over to Depker at first, doesn't get him. 0-1 count with Depker at first base for Devon Stevens. Freshman out of Rochester, New York. Helped his team his senior year to a Section 5 baseball championship, and Henderson fires again. It misses low on Stevens. Pretty tall in the left batter's box. Stands at 6'2". One count with 1 out for Henderson. He goes right up the third baseline. Gibson had kind of pinched towards second base, so Bolton will scoop it up towards the foul pole, throw it in. It takes 3 hops to get to Gibson's glove. And Depker is head first into third, so a runner in scoring position off the base hit from Devon Stevens. His second hit of his Yellow Jackets career was 1 for 4 in that first game against LMU, and speed on the bases. Stevens all the way over to second base, so runners on second and third for Cooper Martin, the second baseman. Henderson looks at both his runners and finally fires, and that one's fanned on by Cooper Martin for strike one. Martin, the redshirt sophomore, coming to Cedarville from Indiana. He squares around for the bunt, lays it down up the first base side. Henderson underhand to Tanner Kilgore at first, but Depker will come around to score. That ties it at 1 apiece. And Devon Stevens at third base. So a good sack bunt there by Cooper Martin. Smart play by the Yellow Jackets and head coach Matt Richter. Second time this series that Cedarville has done a good job responding. And Trey Tipton will swing at the first pitch from Henderson for strike one. Tipton playing right field today. He's also one of the younger members of this lineup, the freshman playing in his second game with the Yellow Jackets. Second pitch from Henderson misses low. 1-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Henderson trying to keep it manageable. Was upwards of a 5 ERA last season with the Eagles. As he kicks in, fires, and Tipton swings. It gets in front of Kevin Hammond up the first base side. He slides to a knee. Henderson was home, but Stevens doesn't go. He stays on third base. So 1-2 count for the freshman right fielder. 3 at-bats in the second game against LMU. Speed on the bases. He stole a base in that game. Henderson to the outside, got it. Strikeout number 1 of 2026 for Christian Henderson, and it comes in a big spot to keep this a manageable 1-1 game. Bottom half of the lineup coming up for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the second. It's John O. Pierce, Ryan Bolton, and Kevin Hammond when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owner's Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
John O. Pierce looks to get to work against Walker Harris, who just came in the top of the first after 5 batters for Owen Schimmel. And the first pitch to Pierce is fouled towards the Carson-Newman dugout. Strike one. Pierce getting his 4th start at shortstop as the next pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Transferred over from Roan State. just last season. Had a pretty impressive career there as the Submariner misses on the outside again. 2-1 count for John O'Pierce. Was one of the runners that came around to score in that bottom of the 7th as he laces one out to right center. It's all the way back to the wall. Pierce will turn around first base. He's going to go ahead and try and take third. He's running, gassing it, and is in head first to third base in the first triple of 2026 for Carson-Newman as he takes a golf swing over there with head coach Tom Griffin, and a runner in scoring position for the second inning in a row for Carson-Newman. Brings up Ryan Bolton, the left fielder. Perfectly placed line drive from John O'Pierce. Uses his speed to get all the way around. And Ryan Bolton can try and drive him in with no outs on the board. Six different arms pitched for Cedarville yesterday. They bring in the grad student in Schimmel to be a starter in a spot where he normally wouldn't, as Harris fires and Bolton makes contact, but it's fouled over the bleachers at Berktar Stadium that lines the right field line of the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. So 0-1 count on Bolton. Second pitch is swung on. It pops off the glove of Harris into the glove of Ward after it ricocheted over. Pierce will come in to score, so an RBI for Ryan Bolton. Hard ground ball from Bolton. All he needed was contact, and it pops off the heel of the glove of Walker Harris. So the Eagles up 2-1 right now on the Cedarville Yellow Jackets. This offense getting going early and often. And Kevin Hammond will get his first chance in the batter's box as a Carson-Newman Eagle. Transferred over from Lipscomb. Played a couple games over in the other half of Tennessee. And he's got Ryan Bolton on first base, trying to move him around. He'll lay down the bunt. It's right in front of the catcher, Wild. He pauses. They're going to call it a dead ball, that it hit his hand off the bat, maybe. So Hammond will dig back in. One strike, no balls, and Harris goes over to Bolton at first again. A little uncomfortable with his lead. That one's going to hit the ankle of Kevin Hammond. Tried to turn out of the way of that one from the righty, and another free base. The fourth free base for Carson-Newman in this game already, and it's just the bottom of the second. So Bolton moves over to second, and Hammond at first, top of the order, and Maddox Green gets a chance to get more RBIs added to his resume in just his freshman season. His first look, though, at Walker Harris after the change was made in the bottom of the first. He squares around for the bunt, doesn't get him, and Wild will fire over to second base. Bolton tried to steal third. They didn't get him. He got one hand underneath the glove of Graham Ward, who had made the catch after Martin fired it over. Yellow Jackets trying to operate the kind of trick play and the one hop. Man, if that was just a straight throw into the glove of Ward, they might have got Bolton over there at third. Instead, runners on the corner, Hammond at first. Bolton takes a couple steps off third base after Harris tried to catch Hammond at first. And Maddox Green with a 1-0 count gets a chance to drive in another runner. He'll be hit by a pitch instead. That's 4 batters that have been hit by a pitch for Carson-Newman in this game. already in the bottom of the second. We're going to take a short meeting to have a conversation with Walker Harris as Caden Wild will have a conversation. Coach Matt Richter will come out and have some words, and we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Cohen Ball, one of Cedarville's main starters, will step up to the mound here in the bottom of the second and try and keep things manageable as Aiden Gibson fans on the first pitch from Ball for strike one. Bases juiced for Cohen Ball. Tough spot to come in. Maddox Green's at first base. Ryan Bolton on third. Kevin Hammond is on second after two batters in a row were hit by a pitch, and Gibson elevates one up the right field line. Depker is tracking it up the hill where the fence cuts him off, and the ball falls out of play. So 2 strikes, no balls for the new pitcher, Cohen Ball. Ryan Bolton, a good job hitting a single to get himself on. Hard hit ground ball up the middle that popped off the pitcher's glove, and then 2 batters in a row hit by a pitch. Aiden Gibson watches the breaking ball at his eyes and lays off for ball 1. Eagles lead by a score of 2-1 right now. Cohen Ball, typically one of the Yellow Jackets' starters. Started game 2 against LMU where he went 5 innings and 5 hits. Gibson fouls one back into the netting. Good battle here from the senior captain. Looking to get his first hit of the series. Yesterday reached a couple times, was hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice, but so far has not yet had a hit against the Yellow Jacket pitching staff. Second pitch on the way. It's a hard ground ball to the third baseman. Ward handles it though, steps on third base, and then gets it over to Depker at first. So a 3 double play that gets Kevin Hammond out at third base. Ryan Bolton comes in to score, so a 3-1 ball game, an RBI for Aiden Gibson. And Maddox Green over to second. Lone base runner is Green on second, and it's Logan Floyd in the box to face ball. He swings and misses at the first pitch that was moving to the outside corner of the plate. A 1 count with 2 outs on the board for Logan Floyd. Floyd hit a line drive out to center field that was caught in his first at bat. Nonetheless, he picks up an RBI. Ball turns and looks at Green and fires at Floyd, who swings at the low offering. 0-2 count on the junior, who's had such a hot start to the season. Floyd 7 for 10 in his at-bats, but he strikes out there, or swings, fouls one back. It skipped under the glove of Caden Wild, so he'll get another opportunity. Aiden Gibson, who bats just a spot above him in the lineup, calls him one of the best hitters he's ever played the game with. Fires to the outside. Floyd skies it out of play again. 2 strikes, no balls on Logan Floyd, and it's the 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The best hitter in this Carson-Newman lineup against one of the best pitchers in this Cedarville lineup. Green dances over on second base. Ball gives him a long look and then fires an off-speed pitch that misses on the outside of the plate. Good take there from Logan Floyd. That one was super close and a great 0-2 pitch for Cohen Ball. What a privilege to watch these two battle. Floyd swings. It's up the third base side. Ward has it. Can he make the long throw? And it'll be a foul ball. Skipped out of play before Ward could glove it down. Ball comfortable in the count, though, well ahead. 1-2 with 2 outs on the board. Green in scoring position. Eagles left a lot of runners on base yesterday. After the second inning, had left a runner on base in every inning after that. Green with a healthy leadoff second as Floyd elevates one to center field. Montez de Oca, a couple shuffles to his right-hand side. And he grabs it out of the air for the third out of the inning. So Carson-Newman with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. That gives them the 3-1 lead. When we come back, it's the top of the order for the Yellow Jackets. Stay with us on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Top of the order due up for Cedarville as Henderson fires at Montez de Oca. The first pitch is a strike on the inner half of the plate on the lefty Montez de Oca. Carson-Newman leads by a score of 3-1, 2 runs in the bottom of the second after a couple free bases allowed runners to come around. Little slip of the fingers by Henderson. That one's well outside for ball 1 on Montez de Oca. Hit a fly ball out to left field in his first at bat, and generally has been contained by this Eagle pitching staff as Henderson misses high and away for ball 2. The sophomore, one of many recruits that Cedarville has from California, but has been a mainstay in this lineup since he joined the squad as Henderson misses high at the letters of Montez de Oca again. Started all 50 games last season for Cedarville and has started all 4 games for Cedarville as he drills one up the middle. It's on the ground, skipping to Nathan, and he slings it over to Kilgore at first. 1 down for Carson-Newman here in the top of the third. That brings up Caden Wild, the catcher, who was one of the most dangerous bats for the Yellow Jackets in the series against LMU. Henderson fires, and Wild, a soft little line drive out to right field. Soto Diaz all the way in, tracks it and cradles it for out number 2. Henderson has done a good job so far keeping things contained, just 35 pitches for the sophomore, 1 hit and 1 run. That one coming in the bottom of, or the top of the second, I should say, and now Eli Henderson will get a chance, his second on Henderson. Henderson kicks and fires a fastball that misses low. Four batters faced in inning number 1 as Henderson fires again, and this one is going to get over the head of Gibson into left field. Another base hit for this Yellow Jackets team. Eli Henderson reaches base for the second time in a row. The shortstop sits on first base, a line drive out to left that will give Graham Ward a chance to bring him around. Ward takes the first pitch, a fastball that hits on the outside corner. Graham, one of a couple freshmen in this Yellow Jackets lineup. Henderson, obviously, with a little bit of experience on the mound, but the breaking ball misses inside this time. 1 ball, 1 strike on the freshman Graham Ward. He was 1 for 4 yesterday with a walk, and so far today has grounded out to the shortstop. Takes a check swing at the off-speed pitch from Henderson. Yes, he did go. 2 strikes, 1 ball on Graham Ward, and the runner at first base in Henderson. Henderson unconcerned with the runner as Ward fouls one off. Just 1 strikeout so far for Christian Henderson in this contest, 1 free base in the form of a walk. Run for Cedarville came in the top of the second after a sac bunt from Cooper Martin let Max Depker score. Next pitch on the way, and it's a check swing again. This time, Ward nicks it, and so he will continue to battle with Henderson. 3 for 8 in his at-bats against LMU. 1 for 4 yesterday. Breaking ball hits the top of the zone. Kevin Hammond thought it was a strike. He was fired up about it, but instead, Timothy Gansrow, the umpire behind the plate, will say no. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board runner and Eli Henderson at first base. Cedarville trying to respond to the 2 runs in the bottom of the second as Henderson misses high on the fastball to Ward. So full count and the payoff pitch upcoming. Henderson takes the sign, comes together, stands tall, and here's the pitch. It's a strike. Stamps the zone on the inner half. And it'll stay a 3-1 ball game with the Eagles' dangerous part of the lineup. Coming up, it's Nathan Soto Diaz and Tanner Kilgore when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Cole Nathan digs in for his first look at Cohen Ball. Eagles up by a score of 3-1, and the first offering to Nathan is a strike on the breaking ball. Good stuff from Cohen Ball, who's a regular starter for the Yellow Jackets. He kicks and fires, and Nathan fans on the second pitch for strike 2. Came in the bottom of the second after Walker Harris hit 2 batters in a row and then quickly sat down Aiden Gibson and Logan Floyd, looking to do the same thing with Cole Nathan. Kicks and fires. Nathan skies one back for the third pitch of the at-bat. Nathan 1 for 1 today. Hit a ground ball out to left field that crept in between the 5-6 gap. He would reach second eventually, but didn't come around to score, and he battles another one back, this one off the inner part of his bat. Stings the hands here in this cold weather. Jefferson City sitting in the low 30s today. Wind blowing as well. That's what makes the temperature so brutal. Wind moving out towards center field, blowing pretty good. Next pitch from Ball misses low. So the first ball on Cole Nathan in this at-bat. Good job staying disciplined on that one. 1-2 count for Cole Nathan, the second baseman. Trying to keep his record perfect in this game. Breaking ball misses high at the eyes. 2-2 count on Nathan. The junior is 3 for 11 this year and make that 4 for 12 after the hit earlier in this game, as Ball gets him to swing on the outside pitch, and it's scooped up by Ward on the soft grounder. He nearly gets there in time, a hard 90, but regardless, Depker makes the stretch, and that'll be the first out. So Eagles on time with Cohen Ball, but having a hard time making solid connection. Bradley Soto Diaz will get his first look at Ball now. First pitch is fouled off and straight into the glove of Caden Wild behind the dish. He started every game at the catching position for the Yellow Jackets. A constant presence back there and a good bat. He hits second in the lineup. Next pitch misses outside for Soto Diaz. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out on the board for the senior. Diaz makes connection, but it launches itself backwards, and that'll be the second strike of the at-bat. Every batter that Cohen Ball has faced has been 1 strike away from a strikeout. Looking to get his first here. Soto Diaz straight into the air, a moon ball that gets all the way out to Montez de Oca. He's in right center field and captures it for out number 2. So now Tanner Kilgore will step in, grounded into a double play in his first at bat. That would end the inning. Kilgore over 3 yesterday, make that 0 for 4 in the series. And the first pitch is high at the letters. He kind of dodges out of the way of it for ball 1. 89 miles an hour from Cohen Ball, the fastball working well on these Carson-Newman batters. Goes to the off speed this time. 79 miles an hour, a pretty good difference in that off speed and fastball pitch. 1-1 after the off speed hit, and Ball comes together looking to deliver pitch number 3 to Kilgore, which is swung on and missed. Has played majorly as the DH, but regardless, playing first base today, has a couple starts, and he elevates one out to right field. It's tipped in, making his way back, and he drops it. It's off the heel of his glove, and Kilgore's all the way to second. He dives in head first. The ball gets past Henderson, who was waiting for the throw, but Graham Ward, good job to be there on the backup. So a double for Tanner Kilgore on the error. Defense not doing Cohen Ball any favors out there. And the second game in a row that the right fielder for the Yellow Jackets has made an error. Wind blowing straight out. Now starting to work its way from right to left. And that one curling evades the grasp of Tipton. And now John O. Pierce gets a chance to swing with a runner in scoring position. Pierce came around to score in his first at bat, and he waves on the first pitch from Ball. 0-1 count on Pierce with a runner on base. Hit a line drive out to right center in his first at bat. And he watches the second pitch, a fastball that hits the outer half of the plate. So strike 2 on Pierce. Pierce has been a good addition to this bottom half of the lineup for Carson-Newman. He was 0 for 2 yesterday, but 2 walks, so has been disciplined at the plate, and disciplined there as he watches the next pitch from Ball too far outside for ball 1. So 1-2 count. Tanner Kilgore on second base, and John O. Pierce trying to get another run on the board. Carson-Newman still leading by a score of 3-1. Breaking ball jams Pierce up. He does a good job to battle it back. Still 1-2 for the junior transfer. A couple of the transfers on this Carson-Newman roster were players to watch, preseason players to watch for the SAC. Transfer spent 2 years with Roane State Community College, and he swings and misses. Cohen Ball gets him on the fastball and ends the inning with Tanner Kilgore threatening. So no blood here in the bottom of the third, and it'll be Grayson Weichel, Max Depker, and Devon Stevens when we come back for the top of the fourth here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
The DH Grayson Weichel watches the first pitch from Henderson, the two-seam fastball that hits the outside corner for strike one. A 1 count for Weichel. He walked in his first at-bat. Oh, excuse me, he grounded out to the third baseman Gibson in his first at-bat. Second pitch from Henderson misses on the inside for ball one. So 1-1 count. Henderson kicks and fires. This one is swung on, but nicked back towards the Yellow Jacket dugout. 1-2 count on Weichel. The DH has played in 2 games so far this season. This is third. And he check swings on the pitch from Henderson, but it misses and he did not go. So 2-2 for Weichel. Was 2 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. And Henderson fires. This one bouncing towards second base. Nathan has it safe in his glove. He snatches it out on the third hop and gets it over to Kilgore for out number 1. Henderson has done a good job in his innings so far. No more than 5 batters faced. Those 5 batters faced in the second inning. First pitch from Henderson on the first baseman, Max Depker, misses low, gets underneath Hammond for ball 1. Henderson with a 5 ERA last year. Actually hits this time on the outer half of the plate on the lefty Depker. So 1-1 count for the first baseman. He kicks and fires, working quick, and misses low this time on the changeup. Pitching coaches and Carson-Newman staff really happy with the increased velocity that Henderson saw in the offseason. He fires again at Depker. This one is fouled up the left field line. Two upcoming for Henderson against Depker. Depker the lone run in this game. He swings and that pops just softly out in front of Kevin Hammond, and it's a dead ball. So still 2-2 with 1 out on the board. Henderson a good job to end last inning with a strikeout after Eli Henderson reached on a single out to left field. Henderson goes up and down with his glove, finally takes the sign, and the pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3, count it, for Christian Henderson. Got him swinging. So 3 strikeouts and 1 walk for the sophomore in his first start. doing a good job so far through 3 2/3 inning. And Devon Stevens swings at the first pitch from Henderson. It's fouled back. Stevens did play just one game against LMU. He was 1 for 4 in that game. He's playing left field today. Fans on one from Henderson. A slider at 76 miles an hour that gets him to swing. So 0-2 count. Henderson looking for strikeout number 4. Nearly got it. Stevens fouled it back. Straight over the left shoulder of Hammond. Henderson at 57 pitches right now. Kicks and fires, and it's popped up into the netting here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Sun really bright out there, reflecting off the grass and the turf. A little bit warmer, though, than it has been in recent days. Henderson gets him a hard ground ball over to Tanner Kilgore. He handles it and steps on first base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Yellow Jackets scoreless for 2 consecutive innings, and Carson-Newman trying to get back to work. Their last runs came in the bottom of the 2nd. We'll see if they can do it with Bolton, Hammond, and Green when we come back.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
It's the left fielder, Ryan Bolton, looking to stay a perfect 2 for 2. He hit a ground ball to the pitcher in his first at-bat in the bottom of the 2nd. He would eventually come around to score. And Bolton, one of the veterans on this squad, he sees the first pitch from Cohen Ball. That is a ball at his hip height, too far inside. 1-0 count on Bolton. This ball game at 3-1 as Bolton squares around for the bunt and skies it back. So a 1-1 count. Eagles up by a score of 3-1 after they put up 2 in the bottom of the 2nd that extended their lead. Cedarville had tied it up in the top of the 2nd, and the Eagles looking to get on the board for the first time since that happened. This is Bolton's first look at ball, though. Already 3 different arms in 3 innings for the Yellow Jackets. They threw 6 different pitchers yesterday, and that offering from ball misses outside and high for ball 2. So 2-1 count on Bolton. Waves his bat and just kind of elevates one out to shallow left field where Stevens is more than comfortable to make the catch. And that'll be out number 1 away for Cohen Ball. 33 pitches for the righty so far. He came in midway through the bottom of the 2nd that got Cedarville out of what could have been a much worse inning. And Kevin Hammond will get his first look. First pitch, it goes right up the third baseline. Graham Ward bobbles it, and Kevin Hammond will reach base. See if they count that for an error or a hit there. They will count it for an error. So an error on Graham Ward, the freshman, off that bouncing grounder from Kevin Hammond. And the second error for the Yellow Jackets in this game brings up Maddox Green, who had a couple big RBIs yesterday against this Yellow Jackets team. He watches the off-speed from ball, and it's strike number 1. Green also plays football here at Carson-Newman. Spent all fall with the Eagles, check swing, and he got him. So 2 strikes, no balls on Maddox Green. He's been hit by a pitch in both of his at-bats, or his plate appearances, I should say. Now with an 0-2 count, Kevin Hammond at first base, trying to move him around with 1 out on the board. Ball fires, Green check swings again, and he got him. Cohen Ball's first strikeout of the day comes on Maddox Green. And that brings up the senior third baseman, Aiden Gibson. Gibson was the first batter to see Ball. He ended up hitting a grounder, but eventually that would count to bring around Ryan Bolton to score. So he takes the first pitch from Ball. It's a ball outside. Gibson, the senior on this team, as Kevin Hammond had took off towards second. Maybe trying to go for a hit and run there with Gibson, and he fouls it off. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the senior Gibson with 2 outs on the board. Eagles trying to continue to extend their lead. Hammond about 2 strides off first base. Ball kicks and fires, and Gibson waves through it. Gibson looking for his first hit, and he watches the next one, a breaking ball at 82 miles an hour from a ball. 2-2 count on Gibson, 2 outs on the board. Kevin Hammond at first. Captain trying to come up big here in a spot. Ball uncomfortable with Hammond. He checks him at first, and will take his time coming back together to face Gibson. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball on the outside. Ball thought he got him. Instead, a full count. Ball shakes off the first sign, finally comes together. Wild is set up inside, goes outside, and Gibson waves through it. Cohen Ball, his second strikeout of the inning, his second strikeout of the day, and it ends the bottom of the 4th, keeps the Eagles scoreless for the last 2. They still lead by a score of 3-1 when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. It's Cooper Martin, Trey Tipton, and Chris Montez de Oca. Stay with us.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
It's the second baseman, Cooper Martin, to lead things off here in the top of the fifth, and Henderson gets him to swing on the first pitch. It's a short little ground ball that hops over his head. Pierce scooped it up behind the pitcher, Henderson, tried to make the throw to Kilgore, and it gets past everybody all the way to the fence. Luckily, Martin will be held up at second. One hit off the turf and just hopped sky high over the head of Henderson. He jumped a good couple feet in the air to try and glove it down, but instead, Cooper Martin will be at first base. And that brings up Trey Tipton, the right fielder. Tipton struck out in his first at bat. And Cooper Martin, they're going to call that a single, so his first hit here in this ball game. Henderson, an off-speed pitch to Tipton on the outside. Good spot, and it hits for strike one. Henderson nods, and Tipton squares around for the bunt. Henderson hits the zone, and it's 2 strikes, no balls for Trey Tipton. Henderson goes way outside with the fastball there. And misses for the first ball of the count. Trying to live on the corners there on the 0-2, but can't hit it. Henderson shakes off the sign, and the freshman trying to keep this inning alive for Cedarville. Off-speed pitch, 76 miles an hour that got him. Paints the corner, and strikeout number 4 for Christian Henderson on the day. Keeps Cooper Martin at first base, and the second strikeout looking for Christian Henderson. He did that very same thing to Graham Ward in the top of the third. So here comes Chris Montes de Oca. He's 0 for 2 today as Henderson checks Martin at first. In his sophomore season with the Yellow Jackets, was 2 for 4 yesterday, hit a double, one of the only extra base hits Cedarville got. Fastball high at the letters of Montes de Oca is strike 1. Montes de Oca steps back in, and the 0-1 on the way. Too far outside on the off speed, so 1-1 for Montes de Oca. Has been super disciplined as a hitter as well for the Yellow Jackets. He currently leads the team in walks. Henderson goes right down the middle, and it's ends up jamming Montes de Oca up. It leaks foul, and so 1-2 count for the sophomore center fielder. Pretty impressive what he did in his first season with the Yellow Jackets. Was 3rd on the team as a rookie in batting average. Has done well so far. 3 of 11 as he fouls another one off. So make it a 1-2 count. Henderson probably approaching his last inning of work. 67 pitches for the sophomore. He goes over to Martin at first, doesn't get him. Montez de Oca bats above 300 with runners on base. Trying to get his first hit of the game. Little chop ground ball to John O. Pierce. He gets it over to second. Nathan scoops it off the ground, digs it out, and gets Martin at second. Couple wonky throws from John O. Pierce, but regardless, he got the out. So 2 away for the Eagles. And Caden Wild, the catcher, he's 0 for 2 today, trying not to come up empty with Montez de Oca at first base. Speed on the bases. Montez de Oca stole a couple bases yesterday. First pitch from Henderson is a strike, and Hammond fires over at Montez de Oca. He had a big lead over there at first, just narrowly missed him. Oh, man. Kilgore has that tag just a touch lower, and he got him. 0-1 on the way. Wild swings, and it's over to Pierce. 2 hops, a skip, and a jump, and Pierce makes the throw. Good this time. 3 away, and that'll be the inning for Christian Henderson. He keeps things scoreless. Just 1 hit coming in that inning, and Carson-Newman, they've left a couple runners on in the last couple innings. See if they can capitalize with Logan Floyd, Cole Nathan, and Bradley Soto Diaz due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, Raina DeCrow checking in with you for the bottom of the 5th inning. A balmy 34 degrees here in Jefferson City. At least it's sunny, and Cohen Ball delivers the first pitch to Logan Floyd. It's on the way, and Floyd skies it high into the air. Little can of corn but he dropped it. The wind blew it. Nobody was on base, and Logan Floyd surprises even me. So Logan Floyd on first base after that little pop-up that Max Depker dropped. And that brings up Cole Nathan. Nathan watches the first pitch, an off speed that's a little low at his knees, but a strike nonetheless. So an 0-1 count on Nathan. This is his second look at ball. And Nathan is 1 for 2 today. Nathan checks swing on the next pitch from Ball, a fastball that's high in the zone for strike 2. 0-2 pitch on the way from Ball. It's cut on and missed. Nathan battled it back. Cole Nathan, a .360 hitter with runners on base. He's got Logan Floyd at first. Batting .308 this season. Next pitch on the way. It's a soft ground ball to the shortstop in Henderson. Over to Martin, and Depker makes the catch for the double play. So an error that let Logan Floyd reach eventually doesn't matter, as Henderson turns the double play from Martin to Depker, and that brings up Bradley Soto Diaz, the transfer student from William Penn. No runners on for Soto Diaz. First pitch from Ball is a ball that misses high. Soto Diaz walked in his first at bat and then flew out to center field in his second at bat, looking for his first hit here today, as the next pitch is an off speed that misses on the inside. 2 balls and no strikes for Bradley Soto Diaz, and Cohen Ball has yet to allow a free base. Soto Diaz squares around the bunt, makes contact, and it rolls foul. Two-one count on the senior. Was 2 for 5 yesterday, and has played in every game so far with the Eagles. He swings on this one, and it's dribbling towards Graham Ward. Takes a hop, and he gloves it down in foul territory. Two for Soto Diaz. Was really good last season with William Penn. Hit .385 in his junior season and led the team with 17 home runs. 2-2 on the way. It's a slider that gets through the 5-6 gap all the way into left field, and Bradley Soto Diaz has his first hit of the day and the first hit of the bottom of the 5th. Puts a runner on base for Tanner Kilgore, who has been unsuccessful today as well. Grounded into a double play in his first at bat. Reached on an error in his second at bat after Trey Tipton dropped the fly ball. The wind swirling in the air, the flag out in center field, or right center field, currently blowing out, but it's been blowing all different directions today. Ball goes over to Soto Diaz at first. He doesn't get him, and Kilgore will look for his first pitch of the at-bat. Second time around against Ball, trying to make some adjustments to get himself on. Soto Diaz takes off, and a line drive out to right center is just foul by about 2 feet. Was right over the head of Max Depker and was just curling closer and closer to that right field fence. So 0-1 for Tanner Kilgore. Soto Diaz is on first. Kilgore making his first start this season at first base. Has been the DH in a couple of games for Carson-Newman as he waves through. Another pitch from Ball, so 0-2 for Kilgore. Kilgore 3 strikeouts this season, and give him another one. Cohen Ball is 3rd strikeout of the day and the 4th strikeout of the season for Tanner Kilgore. Keeps it scoreless since the bottom of the 2nd. Still a 3-1 ball game. Eagles lead, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network. It's Henderson, Ward, and Weichel when we come back.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owner's Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Christian Henderson back for his 6th hitting of work, and it's Eli Henderson to lead things off for the Yellow Jackets. First pitch from Henderson is high at the shoulder level of Eli Henderson for ball number 1. Eli Henderson 1 for 2 today, reached on an error in his first at bat. The second pitch from Henderson misses low and inside. So 2-0 count for Eli Henderson. Christian Henderson in his 6th inning of work has already thrown 74 pitches, so creeping up there. Eli Henderson fouls one off up the left field line. First strike of the inning, or first strike of the bat of the count. Two and one on the way to Eli Henderson. This one's cut on, out towards center field. Green is making his way over and snatches it out of the air for the first out. In the last couple innings, Christian Henderson has piled up a couple strikeouts. He's got 4 on the day, but before that was doing a good job working off contact, a couple foul balls and then some ground balls that also have been successful for him, and that brings up Graham Ward, a soft ground ball to Cole Nathan, the first baseman. He's trying to dig it out over there, and Tanner Kilgore makes the catch before Ward can get there. So 2 away for Christian Henderson. Grayson Weichel, the DH, trying to become the first base runner of the 6th inning. He checks swings on a high fastball from Henderson, and it's strike 1. Weichel hitting above 40%. Checks swings at another pitch, and off speed this time from Henderson that hits the zone. 80 miles an hour on the changeup, so a good job mixing up pitches here. Kicks and fires, 0-2 on the way, and it misses the zone. 87-mile-an-hour fastball that just misses on the inside. 1-2 count for Weichel. Off speed, into the turf, and Hammond digs it out. So 2-2 with 2 outs on the board, nobody on for the Yellow Jackets. Haven't scored since the top of the 2nd inning. Eagles still lead 3-1. And Weichel will take a second to gather himself before he steps back into the box. Henderson working quick, and this one is fouled up the first baseline. Still 2-2 on Grayson Weichel. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 ground balls, 1 to the shortstop Pierce, 1 to Nathan. Henderson got him. Strikeout number 5 for Christian Henderson. 80 pitches for the sophomore. And he's thrown 5 frames scoreless, just 1 run. and 2 hits, make it 3 hits for the sophomore in his first start of 2026. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network for the Carson-Newman offense.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
John O'Pierce, the shortstop, is up to lead things off for Carson-Newman. He'll face Cohen Ball for the second, make that the third time. Pierce hit a line drive in his first at-bat out to right center, and he watches the first pitch. He swings on it from Ball, and it's an 0-1 count. Eagles haven't scored since the bottom of the second, and Yellow Jackets haven't scored since the top of the second. It's a 3-1 ball game. Carson-Newman still leads by 2. Pierce watches another pitch. This time it's way outside. So 1-1 on the shortstop. Pierce 1 for 2 today. He came around to score after he got himself on in his first at bat. Breaking ball from Ball is fouled off up the third baseline. So 1-2. Pierce steps in from the right side. Ball gets him to swing again, but a good job making contact there. So still 1-2 on John O'Pierce. Aiden Gibson had lots of good things to say about Jono, calling him the full package and a great fit for this Eagles team at shortstop. He's fit into the lineup quite well. This one elevated out towards right field. Tipton making his way underneath it. He already dropped one today. He bobbles it, but eventually controls it. Man, that would have been error number 2 for Trey Tipton, but good job kind of juggling that between his hands and makes the catch for the first out. That would have been the 3rd error by a Yellow Jackets right fielder in this series. So in steps Ryan Bolton, the left fielder. He's 1 for 2 today. He swings on the first pitch from Ball, an 88-mile-an-hour fastball that gets him to go. 0-1 count for Bolton. Bolton swings at this one. It's fouled over the stands at Berktar and makes it 0-2. Bolton has come in as a pinch hitter a couple times. He pinch hit in the tail end of Game 1 against Charleston and then played in Game 2. Swings on this one, and it's a soft little pop-up to right field. Martin is tracking towards it, Tipton underneath it, and he cradles it for the second out of the inning. Everybody feeling a little shaky about the outfield play from the Yellow Jackets. The wind is blowing out there, lots to consider. The sun's super bright as well. And the Eagles will bring in a pinch hitter. It's Kylan Hornbuckle. His first at-bat here in 2026. Hornbuckle, the sophomore, in his second season with the Eagles. Nobody on and 2 outs on the board for Hornbuckle, so no pressure here for the sophomore. Ball kicks and fires. It's a high fastball that nearly nicks the visor on Hornbuckle's helmet. He dodges out of the way in time, and it's a 1-0 count. Ball fires again, same spot. Hornbuckle dodges, and it's 2-0. Hornbuckle, the righty, one of the taller hitters in this Carson-Newman lineup. He's 6 foot tall. Off speed this time, hits on the outside, on the inside, excuse me. Just 11 games last season as a freshman for Carson-Newman, was mainly a pinch runner. Next pitch on the way, it's a strike on the outer half of the plate. 2-2 for Hornbuckle on the way. Used him as a pinch runner a lot for his speed, was 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Next one is cut on and fouled back. Registered his first career hit against Mars Hill in late April. Looks for another one here, but he fans on one. And Ball gets his 4th strikeout of the day and keeps Carson-Newman scoreless for the last 4 frames. Cedarville trying to make a mark on the board with Depker, Stevens, and Martin due up when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Gavin Greiner will get to work on the bump for the first time as Max Depker swings on the first offering from Greiner. It's a strike on the outside corner. Greiner making his 2nd appearance with Carson-Newman. Saw 1/3 inning as Depker gets a hold of one. It's curling out to left center. Maddox Green scoops it up and hits his cutoff man in John O. Pierce. But a leadoff single for Max Depker gets this Cedarville offense going. They haven't scored since the top of the 2nd. They're down by 2. Carson-Newman leads 3-1 in this ball game. And Gavin Greiner, the freshman, trying to close things out here in this first game of 2 played today. That brings up Devon Stevens, who watches the first pitch from Greiner go by. It's a ball. Greiner eyes him down, and a breaking ball that's roped deep out to right field. It hits the top of the fence, and it's gone. A 2-run shot by Devon Stevens, the freshman, gives Cedarville 2 runs that ties this ball game up at 3 apiece. And this Cedarville offense has been so clutch with the home runs. Depker hit 2 yesterday. Stevens, a 2-run shot there that ties it up. Wow. Sat on the outside pitch and pushed it all the way out to the right field wall. Greiner gets to work on Cooper Martin, the first offering high for ball 1. 0-1 count on Martin, and Greiner goes back to work quickly, make it 2-0. Cedarville ties it up. This is what Carson-Newman did yesterday as Greiner drills Cooper Martin in the right batter's box. It comes right off his elbow, and he's shaking it off. Looks to be in pretty good pain. Umpire's going to have a conversation with him real quick. Looked like in the replay maybe it kind of hit his hands. So Martin will sit at first base, and that brings up the freshman right fielder, Trey Tipton. Those ones are always scary, too, because you never know if he maybe broke a finger on that pitch. 85 miles an hour from Gavin Greiner. Not one you want to take to the hands. So Tipton up now. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 strikeouts at the hands of Christian Henderson. Greiner goes over to Martin. He dives back in head first and is safe. This ball game tied at 3 apiece. No outs on the board, and Gavin Greiner, the new pitcher for the Eagles, struggling early. Breaking ball. Comes from the left shoulder of Tipton down to the center of the plate, but they'll call it a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes on Trey Tipton. Greiner comes together and fires. Tipton fouls it back a little bit early. Had fully extended before he made contact with that. One count for Greiner, no outs on the board. And he goes over to Martin at first again, uncomfortable. Greiner fires, check swing from Tipton. Yes, he did. So make it 1-2. Greiner has his 4th pitch on the way, but it misses on the off speed. So 2-2. Martin is at first base, and 2 runs scored off the bat of Devon Stevens, who belted that home run over the right field wall. Max Depker had reached on a line drive out to left center, and the off speed from Greiner is fouled back from Tipton. Greiner struggled in his first appearance as well. Just 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, an earned run. As he fires the 2-2, it's cut on and missed, so give Greiner his first strikeout of his collegiate career. Sits down Tipton, and Martin over still at first base. That's the first out of the inning. 5 strikeouts for Christian Henderson, 1 strikeout there from Greiner. These Cedarville batters trying to just make contact. That brings up Chris Montez de Oca, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3 today. one of the more experienced batters in this lineup. 50 games last season as he battles one up off the left field line. 0-1 count on the sophomore Montez de Oca. He's hit from the leadoff position a whole bunch in his career too, as he fans on the changeup from Greiner, 80 miles an hour. 0-2 count on Montez de Oca as Greiner tries to become more comfortable up there. Just his freshman season with the Eagles, one of a few freshman arms on this team, but the only one that's seen time in games. Next one misses, low. Trying to make the adjustment to the collegiate game can be so hard too, and Greiner just trying to get comfortable on the mound, comfortable with throwing to a team. Swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in a row for Gavin Greiner. Gaining a little confidence up there in his rookie season. "86 miles an hour got him swinging on the high one at the letters. That brings up Caden Wild. Still the runner in Cooper Martin on first base. Greiner with the breaking ball, 72 miles an hour, that hits on the outside corner for strike one. Wild was 1 for 4 yesterday, but 0 for 3 today. Fouls one back, it dribbles towards the Carson-Newman dugout. He leads this Cedarville offense with 6 hits. And a chance to bring a runner around to score here with Cooper Martin at second. Just about 3 strides off first base. Greiner unconcerned with him. Breaking ball, hits again, got him. 3 strikeouts to end the top of the 7th, but not before the Devon Stevens 2-run shot that made this ball game tied at 3 apiece. New pitcher coming in for Cedarville when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network. It's the top of the lineup. Maddox Green, Aiden Gibson, and Logan Floyd do up when we come back.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Cohen Ball's day is over on the mound, and it's Grayson Wright to take over duties, the lefty on the bomb. Ball 5 innings pitched with just 1 hit and 5 strikeouts. A really good job on these Carson-Newman batters. But it's the top of the order, Maddox Green, to get going against the new pitcher, Grayson Wright. And the first pitch from the lefty is a ball on the outside. Green is 0 for 1 today, 2 walks though. Second pitch from Wright misses again outside, so 2-0 on Maddox Green. Cedarville tied this game up in the top of the 7th. This is like deja vu of what happened yesterday as the next pitch from Wright hits this time on the outer half of the plate. A 2-1 count on Maddox Green. Breaking ball from the lefty doesn't hit. 3-1 on Maddox Green. In yesterday's game against Cedarville, they had put up a couple runs in the top of the 7th to take the lead, but then Carson-Newman with 2 outs responded in the bottom of the 7th and would eventually win the game. Maddox Green will take his base on the high offering from Wright. And that is the 7th free base that the Eagles have taken in this contest. Lots of batters hit by pitch in those first 2 innings. You have 4 batters that take free bases because they were hit by pitches in those first 2 innings, and then you have a couple walks in there as well. That brings up Aiden Gibson. He's 0 for 2 today, was one of those batters that was hit by a pitch. And his first look at Wright. Grayson Wright, the junior. Facing off with the senior Aiden Gibson as he squares around for the bunt. The breaking ball too high on Gibson, so 2-0 on the third baseman from Cleveland. Wright just 3 games last season in his sophomore year. 1 scoreless inning as Gibson squares around again and pulls back, but they're going to call that a strike. 77 miles an hour on the off-speed pitch. Gets Gibson watching inside. Maddox Green's at first base. There's no outs on the board. Gibson squares around again. He lays the bunt down. It rolls straight to right. He goes over to first base, but Maddox Green over at second base. So a successful bunt for Aiden Gibson. That was something he was asked to do a lot in his early years as an Eagle, and has turned into that guy here in the bottom of the 7th with this ball game tied, trying to get a runner into scoring position so Logan Floyd could potentially take advantage. And they're going to intentionally walk him. They send Floyd Pack into first base. That's the 2nd time this season that Logan Floyd's been intentionally walked. And now Cole Nathan will get a chance with runners on first and second. 1 out on the board after the sac bunt from Gibson. Floyd's at first. And Green is at second after the initial walk to start off this inning. Carson-Newman threatening with runners on base and a chance to take the lead in this ballgame. It's Cole Nathan. First pitch. Pitch clock violation from Grayson Wright. Taking his time up there, so a free ball for Cole Nathan in his count. Make it 1-0 with 1 out on the board. Nathan's had an okay day. He's 1 for 3. His hit came in the first inning. It was a ground ball out to left field that snuck through the 5-6 gap. Pitch on the way, a fastball on the inside corner of the plate that hits. So a 1-1 count on Cole Nathan, runners on first and second. Carson-Newman a chance to take the lead. They did this very same thing in yesterday's game, where Maddox Green hit a bases clearing single that would allow Carson-Newman to eventually win. Pitch on the way to Nathan. It nearly hits him. Doesn't catch a piece though, and it's 2-1. And Caden Wild will Call time to have a conversation with Grayson Wright. Just 3 games in relief last year as a sophomore in a Yellow Jacket uniform. Trying to shut down this Eagles offense and a dangerous part of the lineup to do so. Nathan watches the next pitch go by, and a good take there. It's low at the knees. So 3-1. Cole Nathan ahead of the count here in a good spot to be ahead with runners at first and second. Just 1 out on the board. Tom Griffin watching on from third base. Pitch is on the way. Nathan goes up the third baseline, and it just sneaks out. So full count on the way for Nathan. Bradley Soto Diaz is next up. He's 1 for 2 today. Good part of the lineup for the Eagles to be in. With runners at first and second. Floyd was intentionally walked. Maddox Green reached on a walk. And Coach Matt Richter will come out to have a conversation saying the pitch clock is running a little bit the wrong way. Full count for Cole Nathan, runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, it misses on the outside, bases loaded. As Cole Nathan will take the free base, and that brings up Bradley Soto Diaz. Green will move over to third. Logan Floyd at second, and Cole Nathan at first base. So you have speed on the corners, and Bradley Soto Diaz in the right batter's box with the bases loaded. Soto Diaz battles one off. It leaks into the Carson-Newman dugout for strike 1. Soto Diaz hits .222 with runners on base. 308 hitter normally. Right comes together on the 0-1, and Soto Diaz hits a line drive out to right field. It's going to be caught by Trey Tipton, but Maddox Green will come in to score, so a sac fly from Bradley Soto Diaz lets the Eagles take the 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. All runners move around aside from Cole Nathan, who's still on first base. And Logan Floyd's on-base streak will stay alive. It was a little concerning there for a second. 38 games in a row, he's reached base. This one comes off the intentional walk, but regardless, a base runner nonetheless. 4-3 ball game. And a new hitter for Carson-Newman. It's Colton Evans, the senior. He played left field yesterday for Carson-Newman. Eagles trying to put speed on the backs. Evans squares around for the bunt, but pulls back because that pitch was way outside and high. So a 1-0 count, 2 outs on the board after the sac fly from Bradley Soto Diaz let Maddox Green come in to score. Eagles with the 4-3 lead. Have taken advantage of free bases. All 3 base runners in this inning as the next pitch misses on the outside again to Evans. All 3 base runners in this inning have been because of free bases. A walk on Maddox Green, intentionally walked Logan Floyd, and then Cole Nathan walked in his at-bat as well. 2-0 count, here comes Wright, and Evans waves through it as Nathan takes off, so count it for a stolen base for Cole Nathan. Caden Wild thought about it, but instead didn't go, and Nathan with a healthy leadoff second now. Logan Floyd's at third base. And counting on Colton Evans to get a hit here, bring a couple more runners in to score. Next pitch misses for the 3-1 count. Right eyes him down. 3-1 on the way. Misses high. Evans will take his base in another bases loaded situation for this Cedarville defense. And we'll take a quick pause here on the Eagles Sports Network as Coach Matt Richter comes out. Potentially to remove Grayson Wright from the bump, but we'll find out when we come back.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Jordan Geiger will take over for Grayson Wright here in the bottom of the 7th, and it's Jono Pierce who comes up with 2 outs on the board and the bases loaded. First pitch from Geiger misses away for ball 1. Pierce is 1 for 3 today. He hit a line drive into the right center gap in his first at bat. He would come around to score eventually, but has struck out and flown out since as he hits one to the third baseman, Graham Ward. He steps on third as he dives over Cole Nathan, who was diving into third. He did touch the bag, though, so that'll be the inning. Just 1 run scored for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 7th. That made it a 4-3 ball game. Eagles take the lead back, and we'll go into the top of the 8th with Henderson, Ward, and Weichel coming up.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Gavin Greiner goes back to work on Eli Henderson. The first pitch from Greiner is a strike on the outside half of the plate. 0-1 count on Eli Henderson. Colton Evans comes in after he pinch hit for Tanner Kilgore. He's playing first base as Henderson check swings on the next pitch. He did not go as Jacob Rogers asked Timothy Gansrow to check over at first. Next pitch from Greiner misses outside, so 2-1 count on Eli Henderson. Greiner 3 strikeouts to end the inning. He gets a strike there on Henderson, so 2-2. Greiner working incredibly quick. Looking for his 4th strikeout of the day. 3 strikeouts to end the top of the 7th as Henderson fouls one up the left field line. He works so fast that batters just don't really have a chance to even think about adjusting mid-count. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Gavin Greiner. 87-mile-an-hour fastball that gets Henderson swinging. And now Graham Ward will get his first look at the freshman, Gavin Greiner. Ward, also the freshman, breaking ball, gets to the top of the zone, but is not a strike. (1-0) for Greiner. Next pitch comes through the zone on the breaking ball and is strike 1. 1-1 count for Graham Ward. He's 0 for 3 today. And he skies this one out to right field. Soto Diaz is all the way back over his left shoulder and plucks it out of the air. Good catch from the right fielder, Soto Diaz. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th is Gavin Greiner. He let up 2 runs in the initial part of the top of the 7th, but since has been lights out. First pitch to Grayson Weichel misses outside. 1-0 on the way. It misses outside, same spot again. Greiner working incredibly quick here. Kicks and fires, and that one's fouled back from Weichel. So he had the pitch clock violation in the bottom of the 7th from one of the Cedarville arms, but Greiner nowhere near violating any pitch clock. 2-1 on the way. It misses high. So 3-1 for Grayson Weichel. Weichel 1 for 2 today. Next pitch is a strike right down Broadway. Full count for Grayson Weichel, the DH. Looking to avoid his 2nd strikeout of the day. He does not. Fans through it. The freshman with 5 strikeouts. He struck out 5 of his last 6 batters. And Gavin Greiner having a great outing other than those first 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Keeps things a 1-run ball game. Carson-Newman still in the lead. with Bolton Rogers and Green due up when we come back here in the bottom of the 8th.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Ryan Bolton returns to the plate for his 4th at-bat. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a ground ball to the pitcher in his first at-bat. He would eventually come around to score, and the first pitch from Geiger is outside. Bolton's a little late and fouls it back. Eagles lead by a score of 4-3, 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, that after Cedarville had tied the game in the top of the 7th to put the Eagles ahead by 1. The left fielder squares around for the bunt. It's a foul ball. So 2 strikes, no balls on Ryan Bolton. Jordan Geiger, the 5th arm that's thrown for Cedarville in this game. Had 6 arms that threw in yesterday's game at Lakeway Christian Academy. Geiger fires the 0-2 and it misses well outside. 1-2 on Bolton. Good job staying disciplined there. Bolton fouls one back, but it was caught by Caden Wild, so he'll be sat down, and the first out of the inning comes on the foul ball strikeout from Ryan Bolton. Jacob Rogers, the new catcher in the game, will get his first at bat and immediately swings and cuts on one. It's back to Tipton at right field. He's backpedaling and cradles it to make the catch. Man, that was a scary one too. Coming hot off the bat. First pitch, Rogers takes advantage, but 2 outs now on the board after the Rogers fly out to right field. So here comes Maddox Green. He's 0 for 1 today. Was hit by a pitch in his first 2 at-bats and then reached on a walk in his last at-bat. Eventually would come around to score. Breaking ball from Geiger hits the zone on the outer half of the plate on the righty Green. So 0-1 count. This is Green's first look at Geiger. He misses on the outside this time, a little too far. So 1-1. Geiger has allowed just 1 hit all season long. Thrown in one other game against LMU as Green squares around for the bunt and pulls back in time for that one to be called off. 2 balls, 1 strike on Maddox Green with 2 outs and nobody on. Green squares around again. This bunt is fouled back. Wild dives. It was in his glove and out. He made 4 good catches behind home plate yesterday and nearly had another one there. So 2-2 count for Maddox Green now after that one nearly ended his at-bat. Geiger comes together and fires, and Green chops one to second base. Martin scoops it up to first, and an easy out there to end the top of the 8th. So a 3-4 ball game still, and Jordan Geiger gets it out unscathed. When we come back, it's Max Depker, Devon Stevens, who hit a home run in his last at-bat, and Cooper Martin. Cedarville looks to tie it up and maybe take the lead back.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Greiner gets to work on Max Depker 3 outs away, and the first pitch is a ball that is high and away on Depker for ball 1. Greiner has struck out 5 of his last 6 batters. Next pitch is in the turf. Rogers is in front of it, though, and makes it a 1-1 count. Greiner delivers, and it's a breaking ball that's a line drive right to the glove of Evans. So out number 1. After Greiner let up 2 runs in the top of the 7th, a line drive from Max Depker and then a home run from Devon Stevens, who's up to the plate now. First pitch misses high and away on Stevens for ball 1. He's been lights out. 5 strikeouts and has retired his last 6 batters. Next pitch is swung on and missed from Stevens, so 1-1 count, and Greiner continues to fire away. Stevens, a little dribbler that is caught 1 hop from Rogers. 2 strikes, 1 ball on Devon Stevens. Carson-Newman 2 outs away from winning the second game in this 3-game set. Greiner looking to be the one to close it out. Kicks and fires. It's a line drive up the middle. Green is moving in, and he's got it. That one was hit pretty sharply, but Green moves in. Straight on a line. It was curling kind of towards left field, but he read it well. Makes the catch. That brings up Cooper Martin, the second baseman. He's 1 for 1 today. Had a sac bunt in his first at-bat and was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat by Greiner. Breaking ball is high into the air. Evans looks to go underneath it, and he makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Gavin Greiner closes out this game with a couple of really good strikeouts to give Carson-Newman a chance to take the lead back in the bottom of the 7th and win by a score of 4-3. So Carson-Newman improves to 4-0. Cedarville will fall to 1-3. And we've got one more game coming up. Colton Kaysen, the All-American starter from last season, will be on the mound, and we'll see who takes the bump for Cedarville. They've thrown 11 different arms already in this series, so should be interesting to see what arms come out of the bullpen. We'll be back here on the Eagles Sports Network very shortly. For now, I'm Mariana DeCrow saying thank you from all of our staff for listening.